Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Dark Empire. It's by John Company, and it's currently in early access. This is an early alpha version of it on Steam. It is currently $4.99 US. It's very early, I would say, as far as early access is concerned. It's got the basic mechanics in here, from what I can tell. There's a lot of English language translation problems, and it's sort of a little bit obtuse as we go along here. It's a strategy game through and through, turn-based, single-screen strategy game, as we'll see in a bit here. It's best if I just jump in and show you what I'm talking about. It's got this like interesting sort of FTL-ish like art style. Around the ships anyway. The rest of the game, a little bit less so. But let's go into a new game. About to start a new game. That's okay. And then you've got like a selection of ships here, and all these stats really make a difference. I'm not entirely sure exactly how this works later on in the game. I've played through 2 rounds of it so far, and it seems like as time progresses, your ship doesn't power up its shields quite as much and stuff. I don't know. It's still got me a little bit boggled at times here. But I really like the bomber here, the B-130, because its skill is that at the start of each round in combat, the bomber fires a laser without consuming energy, which is good. That's always a little bit helpful to get an extra shot off. It's also got 230 health, which is nice. 25 is the maximum shields, although, like I said, as you go along in the game, it seems like you can't hit the 25 maximum, and I'm not entirely sure how and why that doesn't work quite right. And you get 6 energy per turn. This is also very important as we go along, but you can see some of the other ones here. 5 energy per turn for this one, 3 for this one, but it's really for political stuff more than anything else, not really for combat. And I don't know exactly what they mean by political stuff either, because it's really the only thing I've seen in the game thus far is combat, so I don't know if they intend on having like relations and stuff later on that you can do. Don't really know. But we need to equip a laser on it, and it starts out with $350, and that's basically all that we can do for getting a fighting laser on there. So that's what we're going to have, and then we want to do a normal campaign, not a hard one. Even a normal campaign is pretty difficult. I have not made it through a campaign at all. So there you go. We'll start the game. And this is sort of the main screen here, and there's leveling. Your ship levels up along the way, which I still haven't quite figured out how that works. We start out, we have our shields up at full and our energy, and we can do 2 shots of our main cannon. This we can upgrade as we go along, and then this is our health here, our hull health. If that hits 0, your campaign is over, basically. And it's turn-based, so really what we need to do is here's our ship, so we remember how it works. You can repair your ship, but it will cost 30 life points. Repairs your hull for 30 life, and costs 1 turn. This is like the new turn thing, new turn button, and then boost ship reduces the number of events by 2 for 1 turn and deals 25 life points to the hull. So at the cost of 25 hit points, you can reduce the number of events going on for the next turn. Or you can do a distress signal, which regains 2 turns, but the enemy will detect and attack you, which I haven't quite, again, figured out all what that means. Like, why would I regain turns? There's 40 turns total. There's 25 events. I assume you have to regain turns in order to try to get through all the events, maybe? It doesn't really explain itself too well here. But anyway, these are all stuff that we control right now. We've got mines that are giving us ore at the end of each turn, 400 ore at the end of each turn. As far as I know, I can't upgrade these unless they upgrade over time that I could keep them. I don't quite sure how that works. I do get a lot more ore than what it says here, so I assume they upgrade over time. This is our manufacturing center. This is where we can actually create more ships based on the ores that we have, and we'll need that in order to reinforce our ships along here. You can see we've got 100 ships in defense here, 70 in defense there, 70 in there, 250 there, and 250 there, and then 350 here at our command center. You don't want your command center to fall, then you'll just lose. These outposts just reduce as long as you have them under your possession, they reduce the enemy assault waves by 25 ships each time. So each one of them so together they'll reduce it by about 50, which is helpful at least in the beginning, but towards a little bit later on, they just throw ridiculous numbers at you and it doesn't really matter. So all we can really do at first here is just say new turn, and that's what we're going to do. So you see on your radar a small object. Attempt to retrieve it. Let the derived object you do not want to take. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of English in here, so I'm thinking it's a small piece of an object, I guess is what they're trying to get at, and I can either attempt to retrieve it or leave it be. I'll try to retrieve it. Once the crate is in your bay, it starts to make a noise, and that went away. So I took 15 points of health damage on there. So that's an example of the events that go on. Also, I've gotten a merchant already, which is interesting. And then you saw 2 enemy waves came in. So over here is a battle that's going to happen, and there's a 67% chance that we will win the battle based on the number of attacking enemies there. And then over here is a 92% chance. So these guys I'm just going to kind of leave alone. These guys over here, I'm going to create 50 ships. And I'm going to say, deploy those 50 ships I just created right here into defense of this guy. So it's now at a 78% win battle ratio. Now I can either choose to just, end my turn, or I can click on the crossed swords and I will join the battle, and it will be my ship versus whatever the biggest ship is that they have. And if I win, then the battle is won there. Otherwise, I can just leave it be and just roll the dice and see if we come out victorious. And thus far, it seems like if you have a greater than 60% chance of winning, that you'll probably win. I also have a merchant here, which I'm surprised I got a merchant so quickly. But if I had cash, I could buy some lasers and some more hull. If you have less than your normal amount of hull, this will heal your hull. Otherwise, it will give you more than what you had normally. And then you've got improve your laser power, improve your power generation, and all that stuff. So I think we will join this battle just so you can see what the battle system is like. And we start out, it's like I said, turn-based. The enemy's turn is running right now, and they're firing shots at me, which you can see are hitting my shields. So it's taking my shields down by several points. Now when it switches over to my turn, my bomber has that special ability where it will automatically fire. So it did. It fired for free, so I didn't use up any points here. I've got 6 energy points. The enemy has 2 energy points. That's very important because any unspent energy will carry over to the next turn, and you really do need that later on because you end up being low on power and you can't do much of anything about it because you need power. All these things take power, all the energy. These all have energy consumable things, so even attacking the guy requires 1 energy. Regenerating my shield will require 3 energy. Escaping will give me a flee the battle will lose 20 life, and then loading the weapons costs 4 energy, but it overcharges your weapons, and I only get 2 shots, so it actually behooves me to even do that if I want to use up all my energy, or I could save some energy for later. The ion wave costs 5 points, and that will basically knock his energy points down to 0, and remove his shield, which will mean I'll be able to attack the hull directly. As it stands, it may just behoove me to load my weapon and just attack. Oh, now it's going to take 3 energy to consume. Yeah, well, that was a mistake. Alright, well, I guess I'm not doing any damage this turn. I forgot that it would increase the amount of power it would take to fire my guns, so I'm now on the somewhat losing side of this. Somewhat. But let's just attack this guy, get his shields down. Now, I can only hit attack twice, right? Is that... yeah, because I only have 2 shots that I can do. So that's why it only allowed me to click that twice. I think it only allowed me to click it twice, so I'm trying to remember now. But I can upgrade that from the merchant, and I can get more shots out of my weapons and that kind of thing. So his shields are down now, and his hull took a little bit of damage. Now I've got 50 ores. If I had more than that, I could call in some artillery support for 150 ores, and it would just fire from off screen and knock the guy's hull down a little bit. Or I could call for an emergency repair if I had 250 ores, which I don't. So we're just going to have to, let me regen my shield. So back up to 41 now. And finish my turn. And we'll leave the next 2 energy things for next turn. Alright. So he's like taking... Now the enemies thus far in the game are all like really heavy on their shots. Like they do a ton of damage right from the very get-go. So I find myself really struggling, maybe not in the early game, but as we get like 5 turns in, it gets to a point where you're so worn down that you can't really do anything in battle. So let's try that and then just do an overcharge shot. So take 3, so we'll do that. There we go, it's down to 11. And then that's all we can do there. Alright. So far so good. We're doing some damage, doing 2 damage per shot, so I'm just gonna fire. Oh, I can fire 3 times. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is telling me how much damage I'm doing per shot. Ah, that's what it is. And then the dashes underneath tell me how many times I could fire. I got it now. Alright. We're getting 6 energy per turn. You can see that's every turn we start, we'll get 6 more energy into our energy pool. So it's something to keep in mind as you're doing things. You can kind of plan out what turn you're going to be able to, your shields will last for and that kind of thing. There's as far as I know, no critical rolls or anything like that. It's just you do a base amount of damage and then that's it. So there we go. We got some ore and some XP. Alright, ships come out of hyperspace close to your outpost. 5 ships attack your outpost and chase you. So engage the battle. Alright. And alright, we got a guy that does 2 damage on every shot. Alright, so that's not too bad. Let's do a ion wave and knock his shields and his energy out. There we go. And we'll attack. Excellent. What's he down to 4? Alright, let's just do an artillery support and just get him down entirely here. There we go. 406 gold. And now we've got 2 attacks coming in. We got a 60% win ratio on this one, 70 to 57, and 55% on that one. So let's get, we got 870 ores, so I'm going to go create 50 ships, and I'm going to send them up here. You can only fight in 1 battle per turn, so you really want to make sure whichever one you're not fighting in, you've upped the number of ships in. So do that, and then I'm going to come over here and help with this battle. Okay. And there goes my shields. Now we're taking some hull damage. He does 4 damage per shot. See, like I said, all of a sudden I'm like up against really good ships. It feels like there's no balancing yet in this. I mean, it is early alpha, so I would imagine there'd still be some balancing issues, but very early on like this, it can be a real kick in the teeth here. Let's do the ion wave. Let's do... Ooh, I can't do that right now. Let's just attack him with our guns, and then we'll regen our shield and wait out for our next opportunity. Alright. There goes his shield again. We'll do all 3 straight up here. And regen the shield, and then wait for our turn again. There's not a whole lot of tactical options you can do. I mean, I see where they're coming at here with what they're trying to do, but it does feel like you're pretty well forced into just 1 or 2 actions, and there's not much else you can do about it. The other thing that kind of pisses me off about it is that you, at the end of your battle there, they don't automatically regen your shields. So you can see my shields are at 0 right now. If I go and defend this, if I, in this event that just came up, if I go and defend this sector, I'm going to start out with my shields off, and then if the enemy gets their turn first, which sometimes they do, then I automatically take damage from it. And I feel like that's a bit cheaty, because there's no way on this screen to say, hey, go charge my shields or anything. You know what I mean? It's just like you're just stuck unless you charge them right before the end of your last battle. You know what I mean? So it's kind of it's a weird way of having that fleshed out there. 52 camouflage ships appear on the radar, so let's defend our sector. Help our allies out. Alright. Turns out they didn't have their shields up, and I start my turn, so let's just attack this one out. Let's go load weapon and just use up all our energy on this initial attack here. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to kill this guy in one shot with an artillery thing. There we go. We don't have to worry about that. Now, over here, what we got attacking us? We got 69% chance of winning that one and a 61% chance of losing this battle. Okay, so I want to create 50 ships here. Let's move them up there. Now I got a 62% chance of winning the battle. Okay, let's get let's put 10 more ships up there then. 65% now. All right, we're at 136 to 97, so that's going to be a little bit rough. This one, 69% chance of winning the battle, but we're going to have a lot less ships left there. And I really don't want them to take my manufacturing center, because pretty much done at that point if I can't take that back. Well, let's defend the manufacturing center, I guess. It's more important right now. See, this guy does 4 damage as well. He's gonna do lots of damage to me because I can't get my shields up. Alright, so 1, 2, and then 3, and then regen the shields, and then that's all we can do right now. Yeah, he's just regenning his shields, huh? That's weird. Alright, I can do this and really screw him up. But then I can only attack once, so that's all we're going to have to be able to do there. Okay. Alright. So he's got 2 energy left, and then I can attack for 3 here. Knocking 2 points off of each time. I will regen my shield even more, and we'll continue on. Since he does 4 damage per shot, I'd like to get a little buffer zone there if I can. Alright, so this should be enough. This should kill him. Alright. Excellent. Alright, no events this time around. But we do have both waves of enemy ships came down here to attack the command center. But we have a 84% chance of winning that battle, so I'm just going to let that one play out, I think. I want to look at the merchant. The merchant has arrived. Let's say fighting laser V1 is what I already have. Ion laser. What does that do? Power takes 3 power each shot. And it will only give me 1 shot. Or the energy user is... Oh, I'm sorry. The energy use is 2. And it would only give me 1 shot. But it's power 3. So it does 3 hit points of damage when it hits. I think power generation per turn would be good to improve. That's what? 680. Let's do that. And increase the number of laser shots. That's 1500. I don't have that, but I can increase the power of the lasers. So we'll do that portion. I'll come over here. We'll create 50 ships. And let's see, who needs them the most? You've got 82 ships. And 350. You've got 67. 250. 238. Alright, let's put 50 ships over here. Reinforce that a little bit. And we're just going to go new turn here. Ships come out of hyperspace close to your outpost. 7 ships attack your outpost and chase you. Alright, we have to engage in battle here with this event. Oh my god, this guy does 8 points of damage. Like I said, the game is wildly unbalanced at the very beginning here. Like, I'm already facing a guy that does 8 points of damage. I'm only level 3. And there's no... I mean, you level up, but there's no, like, leveling mechanic that I could tell of that would give me, like, points to level up on my thing. I think it's just there as a means of... I don't know what. Maybe that's what's driving these guys coming in, but if that's the case, why am I getting a guy like this at level 3? I don't have answers to that. That's the frustrating point of it. Alright. Do that, and we'll regen our shield. We'll attack as many times as we can. Doing 3 points of damage on each one. That's good. And then let's get some artillery support in here. I'm going to cheat a little bit. And get some emergency repairs. And do some more artillery support, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Finish my turn. And it looks like that's all he had the energy for. So I finish him off with 1 shot here. Okay, so now we got guys attacking our manufacturing center again. 62% chance of losing that battle, and then this one is a 60% chance of winning. So I'm definitely going to defend this, but I think I'm going to also... Let's do... What was it? 447, so let's do 20 ships. And we'll move them over here. So that should help a little bit. And then I'm going to defend this station. There we go. Alright, so I start out on my turn. Took their shields out already. Let's do... Load weapon. 3 points per shot here. Give us 8 damage we can do. It's not doing 8 damage though. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. I'm like, is it really doing 8 damage? Because it doesn't seem like it. Alright, and then we'll just take this guy. Oh, no, I can't. I don't have enough for it. Alright, never mind. I was going to say, we'll just take this guy out now, but nope. Okay. Alright, that's the end of him. Interference has been detected in this area. Shields are disabled. Oh, great. Just what I need right now. Shields are disabled, and I've got only 184 health left. 87% chance of winning that battle. 85% chance of winning that battle. Alright, well, we're not going to engage anybody then right now. We're just going to let them do their thing. I'm going to create 50 ships here, and I'm going to reinforce my mines. I'd say let's create another 20. And what else do I want to reinforce? I guess we'll reinforce this one here, since that's always kind of low on ships. Alright, sounds good to me. Let's move on. Alright, no events. And looks like we had 2 waves coming after us over there, but we still have a 75% chance of winning that battle. Alright, so be it. I'm going to take a little respite myself here. Can I repair? Yeah, because that costs a turn. So I want to, let's do 50 ships. And we'll put them over here. Sounds good. And then I'm going to repair ship. And now we're level 4. Enemy activity still present in large numbers. Thanks for the reports. Okay, and we got a merchant here. 99% chance of losing that battle. Wow. Oh, that's because I only got 3 ships in defense. Well, that would explain it. This one's 65% chance of winning, so obviously we want to come over here. Let's get 50 ships and deploy them right there. Brings us down to 77%, which is good. Let's look at the merchant real fast. And I guess improving the power generation would be really nice. Really, really nice again. Don't have enough for it though, which kind of sucks. But I can at least improve the hull, I guess. So we'll do that. Get that back up here. And I gotta join this battle. This is probably going to be a ridiculously hard battle. Well, it's one of these guys that does 8 damage. Alright, he's only got 1 power thing left though. Let's regen our shield. We're doing 7 per turn now, which is nice. We'll load our weapons up. And we will attack with as much as we can. I think I have just enough for an artillery thing, so let's do that. I'll stack the deck as much as I can. Yep, that's exactly why I stack the deck as much as I can, because they do crazy amounts of firing weapons and all that stuff. Let's see, we do 3 damage each time, right? 3, 6. Okay, so there's that. And then I'll just regen my shield. Now see, the shield only regened to 37. And that's what's bugging me, because I don't know why it doesn't go all the way back up to 44. It's like, maybe because there's a little bit of hull damage, but then if I repair the hull, it doesn't seem to go all the way back up to 44. So there's something weird going on in the back end there that I don't quite fully grasp or understand. Because later on, this really hurts a lot because you'll regen your shield, but it'll only regen like 1 point. And it's like, well, that's not really helping me at all. What's going on here? Why is that a thing? Alright. Enemy activity still present in large numbers. They sent more guys here. Man, they're really just pounding this outpost here. 81% chance of winning that battle. That's fine. Let's do 50 ships here again. Alright, so we'll get our ships back up a little bit. And I have to join in this battle or else they're probably going to lose it. But don't. It's another one of these. Take all the hull damage you can. Just taking it all in the chin here. Okay, so ion wave. Load weapon, and then we're just going to not even bother to power ourselves up because I won't have the power to do it. So I just wanted to get that in there. Let's do some artillery support. There we go. We'll take a bunch on the chin here, though. Oof. Yikes. Okay. He's down to 3 points. That's enough to just kill him. But let's regen our shield first. Now see, this shield only regen to 12. So I don't get it. I really don't get it. Alright, we're now level 5. Mysterious wave coming from space comes upon you. Activate your shields and cross your fingers, I guess. Energy flows through the very low, and then I didn't get to read the rest of that. Okay. I guess we didn't take any damage. I don't know. I can't tell. 83% chance of winning the battle. 90% chance of winning the battle. Okay, so they don't need my help this time around. We also have a merchant here. I don't have that much money though. Let's do improve the laser power. It's 900. Sounds like a good one. NB laser shots. I don't know what that means. Improve NB laser shots. Number of them, I guess? No, oh, increases the number of laser shots. Ah, I got it. And this is the power of them. So this would give me an additional... Instead of 3 shots, I'd be able to do 4 shots of the laser, which sounds good in theory. Practice, well, actually, that's probably really good, but that's 1500, so I can't do it yet. Energy, the laser power. Let's do that, and then that's all I can do there. Alright, so we'll just generate as many ships as we can. Let's see who needs them the most. 132, 104, 238. How much do you have? 230, and then you have 45. Alright, I'm putting these in here because we need more for those guys. Alright, and new event. You see on your radar a small object. Just leave it alone. Okay. And 64% chance of winning that battle, and then this one is a 3% chance. Okay. Again, create 50 ships, put them right here. 77% chance, so I'm not going to engage them. Hell with it. I need to, actually I should just repair my ship. That's what I should do. Message from your outpost, still present in large numbers. Okay. And then we got another 62% win ratio here and a 71% over there. How many ships do they have left? 84. They're getting kind of low. They're, like I said, they wear you down at some point here. Quite a bit. Let's send more ships out there, where I can reinforce these outposts a little bit. And do I have enough? Let's create 10 more and have them go here, just for the sake of argument. And let's repair our ship again. All right, while you supervise your colony, you see an intrusion into your system. Either try and block the intruder or cut systems without protocol. Let's I guess we'll try and find the intruder. You find the intruder in time and no system has been damaged. Okay, that's good. That event actually will reduce any one of your upgrades. So from that point on you would lose an upgrade that you had already bought, that kind of thing. Let's see. We're gonna have to fight that battle. There's only 2 ships in defense there, really? Attacking enemies, ship available 9. Doesn't say there's an attack going on there, but there's definitely one going on there. And then this one's gonna be a lost cause. This one, still 21 ships attacking over there. Okay. So I thought they were resolving in one turn, but apparently they resolve over multiple turns, it looks like. So let's put 10 ships over here. Help out a little bit. There we go. Then we've got to put 30 ships up here. 39% chance of winning a battle. That's about all I can do, really. I can put 10 more ships over there, I guess. That works. And then this one I'm going to have to fight myself. So let's do that. Well, this guy does 9 points of damage. Fantastic. Yep, that's a thing. Okay, Ion Wave. Remove his shields there. And let us regen our shield. We'll attack the 3 times that we can attack. And then, do I have enough for artillery support? No, I don't. Of course not. Alright, we will finish our turn then. The shield's not going to last very long anyway. Yep. And our hull is going down. There's really not much I can do. I could escape, but we're going to lose our manufacturing facility, which is just going to pretty much end me one way or the other here. Let's see. Yeah, they're at like 36 health still. So even regenerating my shields is not really going to help at all. I can load my weapon. Gives me 9 points of damage just like him. But it costs 3 to do it. And then that's all she wrote there. And it'll be all she wrote for us too, because he'll do more than 47 points of damage. And this is usually how this game ends for me, because it's just like, yeah, it just basically you get completely overwhelmed really quickly, and it's like I'm up to level 5, and I guess that means I'm getting level 5 guys here, but there's not enough in the way of upgrades. The merchant's not here enough times to actually help you to get past this. It's like the game always really ends at this point. Like there's nothing. It doesn't seem like there's anything I can really do to solve it other than to let the enemy just take over several colonies and stuff, and then just, you know, like sacrifice a few things and then try to do it. But even that doesn't seem like it would work out so well. So yeah, I mean, that's where we're at right now. It feels like there's a lot here to the game. I like what's here, but it feels incredibly unfair. And it also feels like it doesn't, like there's just a point where you just hit a brick wall and you can't go any further. And there's a lot of parts of it that just aren't well explained at all. So I'm trying to pull what I can out of just what I can glean from what's in front of me. So obviously I'm missing some big piece here that I can't fathom as to what that would be. That would be the strategy that allows you to actually be successful at the game. But there you have it, my friends. That is Dark Empire. It is by Jan Company, and it is currently $4.99 US on Steam. It is in early access, and this is a very early alpha, as you can see, alpha 111. So, as always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.